there. We've heard from Mark Jones and Doris Burke and Cassidy Hubbard. Seth, what was your perspective of when that earthquake hit?
Well, having lived in Southern California for 9 years when I was coaching at Long Beach State, I had experienced, two different types of earthquakes. One is a roller and one is kind of a thumper. This was a roller of a large magnitude, and I'm sitting basically on the scaffolding on our set, and all of a sudden it starts to sway, and I'm going, whoa, we got a little roller rolling in here. What I didn't realize is it went on for about 45 seconds. So I thought that they did a great job here at the Thomas & Mack, settling everyone down, reminding people to stay in their seats. That's the safest thing to do. Once it's settled down, I think the people that organized the event, the Summer League, they made the right decision. There's no sense in taking any chances. This is an older building. Who knows how it is retrofit, but they'll come back and probably check the facility out, make sure it's safe for people to come back in and play. So the games were suspended, but it was a little bit shaky at a point where, because of, as you guys know, if you've ever been in an earthquake, when you have a roller, the whole building moves. I mean, the scoreboard was moving, the speakers were moving. I mean, you could feel the earth moving below you, and it's a little bit unsettling, but from what I've heard, everyone is safe, and hopefully things will settle down tomorrow.
All right, so again, there's the scene on the concourse where some of the fixtures were swaying as people were making their way around the arena this evening. The games have been postponed there in Thomas & Mack Arena, but next door, Cox Pavilion, they are still playing. But let's get to the game itself, Seth, while we have you. Summer Showcase, Zion, the #1 pick. His good buddy from Duke, R.J. Barrett, the #3 pick. Pelicans taking on the Knicks. And there is Zion. I mean, it was a full house, as Seth said, because they wanted to come see him play. And even beforehand, he meets Anthony Davis. Too bad they're not going to be teammates with the Pelicans, because Anthony Davis is now going to the Lakers. Yeah, I told you it was a big deal because Floyd was in the house. There's Anthony Davis along with, his new teammate to be, LeBron James, Lonzo, the Ball brothers in the building, and Zion put it on a show in the layup line. People were on their feet just to watch Zion do that. But then the game would start. Zion fighting for position down low, gets that to go, dunk. And the question will be, how will he perform in the pick-and-roll game that is the NBA right now? You saw a lot of this early on. High screen roll, dives to the basket, nice bounce pass, easy dunk there. Working Zion, another roll. Fighting for the rebound, can't get it, but all of a sudden he takes a steal away from Kevin Knox and then does that. That was the dunk that got the crowd hyped up, and Zion even flexed on him a little bit, just ripping the ball away from Knox. Knox probably thought it was a foul, but strong game. Summer League. And then Zion here. Back again. He went 4 for 9. All 4 of them were dunks. Then, at some point in the game, he would bump knees with another player, and they took him out of the game. He would not play the remainder of the game. What about R.J. Barrett? A lot of people thought that in terms of pure basketball, Barrett was the better overall prospect. Knocks down a 3 there, comes off a screen, gets inside, and one with the finish. Third quarter, Barrett driving, gets that to go. He had 10 points, but he was 4 of 18 shooting. Also had 5 rebounds, but again, the game was postponed 80-74 in the fourth quarter in the wake of that earthquake. Again, 10 points for Barrett, 11 for Zion Williamson. Seth Greenberg back with us now. So let's start with Zion. So much anticipation for what his game is going to be once he gets to the NBA, and kind of hard to judge off of one game, Seth. But what were you expecting to see tonight, and what did you actually see?
Look, when Zion Williamson plays to his strengths, when Zion Williamson plays downhill, when he posts up, when he drives it from the high post, when he's flying to the offensive glass, he's a load. There's no doubt about it. Now, he started the game settling. Shot a 3, shot a pull-up jumper, struggled a little bit. Here's my biggest concern. We know what Zion's capable of doing, but in an 82-game schedule, playing maybe 100 games if you're a playoff team, you need to be in world-class conditioning. And you know what? He was not in world-class shape. Now, look, he just signed his contract. He's had all kinds of public obligations. Now it's time to get to work. Zion Williamson, when he's playing hard, when he's attacking the basket, when he's getting to the glass, when he's rim running in transition, when he's rolling hard to the front of the rim, he's hard to contain. But to do it each and every night, he's going to need to get in better shape.
And again, has time to do that before training camp starts. And part of that process starts right now here in Las Vegas with the Summer League. Seth Greenberg reporting in Vegas. Appreciate the time. All right, I mentioned Zion going 4 for 11. This is the full shot chart. Again, all 4 of his field goals were dunks. He was 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, had that 1 steal, had a turnover, and minus 15 plus minus in 9 minutes of action before leaving the court with that knee injury.
All right, Mike, so we know we're kind of heading down to the final Friday of the first half of the season. All-Star break upon us to see if the Yankees could take care of the Rays. Took the Yankees extra innings on Thursday. Kind of felt like it was going to be the same thing on Friday. McKay to Judge. 8th home run of the season. Good time to remind people the home run derby Monday night on ESPN. The Yankees have a 1-0 lead on the Rays, who are slip-sliding a little bit. Could certainly use a win here from McKay, who was called up from AAA Durham on Friday. Pitched well in his Major League debut last Saturday. Yankees continuing to pour it on here. They'll take a 3-1 lead. This game is at the Trop, but I think, as most of you know, the Yankees likely had more fans in the house. And then Judge. McKay got him there. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned. Not too bad for the youngster. You pair him with Snell and Morton, you've got to be feeling okay long term. In the 11th, as I mentioned, the Yankees put 5 on the board in the 10th on Thursday. Judge, solo blast. That one is gone in a hurry. Judge is the first Yankee since Mickey Mantle in 1955. They had a home run in the first inning of the game and an extras. That's what you call a bookender, and the Yankees had a 5-4 lead. And then Gardner, 3-run blast. It's just like the other night when the Yankees went to extras on Thursday. As I mentioned, 5 in the 10th. Got more than they needed. He's pumped up for sure. Gleyber Torres was watching that baby go out from third base. Yep. This thing is in control for the Yanks at 8-4. Bottom 11, Chapman on. Tommy Pham. Last opportunity here for the Rays. With the bases loaded, that's a flare, and it's caught to end it. The Yankees in 11 win 8-4 thanks to a historic night. 2 home runs from Aaron Judge.
Angels Astros in action. Shohei Ohtani celebrating his 25th birthday by playing baseball. Top of the 3rd, Angels already with a 2-1 lead. Ohtani gets Justin Verlander. Happy birthday to him. His 13th of the season. He now has 35 home runs and 97 RBI through the first 155 games of his career as a hitter. 6th inning we go. It's a 3-2 advantage now. Verlander's still on the bump. He's been giving up home runs at a clip that he's never seen before, and here's another one. Simmons gets that one, his 4th. Verlander's now surrendered a league-leading 26 home runs this season. Let's go to the bottom of that 6th inning. Yordan Alvarez. He goes down on fastball, high heat. Later, bases loaded, 2 outs. Ty Buttrey gets Robinson Chirinos to ground to the fielder's choice. Angels get out of the jam. They maintain that 4-2 lead. Top of the 8th, Mike Trout facing Hector Rondon, and that is smoked like a swisher. His 26 for the American League All-Star. Angels take a 5-2 lead there. They would hang on to win it 5-4. A couple home runs from Ohtani and Trout doing the business. Angels get the road win.
Mike, you'll like this. Haven't seen it, should. Tom Brady is going to be 42 years old on August 3rd, so he's 41 creeping. How about the 41-year-old doing the 40-yard dash? What can't he do? But remember, the last time we saw him do a 40-yard dash, remember the old infamous video? Remember the Combine?
Yes.
Nearly 20 years ago? Here's the thing. Brady at twice his age on the right, besting his time from his 20s.
He's in better shape.
Yeah, nearly 20 years ago. That TB12 died. It's the best endorsement for it. Pat's training camp begins July 25th. Still to come, John Jones, Santos, Nunez, home, Las Vegas, UFC 239. That's tomorrow. But you know Las Vegas is going through a lot tonight if you've been with us. Huge sports weekend continues next on SportsCenter.
Thanks, Golden Corral. Dan gets his slow smoked sirloin, and my little trio are as happy as shrimp. Oops, clamps. And Mom got it all. Hook, line, and sirloin. The slow smoked sirloin and shrimp trio. Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
With advanced automotive technology available on the Nissan Rogue, you'll be equipped to help protect the moments that matter most. This is tech that gives you confidence. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Cole, appreciate you recommending these stormproof windows.
No problem. I'm always thinking ahead.
Ramon, look under the couch. You look under the couch.
I'll help you deal with this. Well, the windows still look good.
Too many people in pain settled for a restless night's sleep.
There's the players from the Pelicans and the Knicks off the floor. The Suns and the Nuggets were set to go afterwards. That game was delayed as well. Everybody leaving the arena. There are 9 games scheduled for Saturday in the NBA Summer League, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll obviously have to wait to see what happens. Let's get through tonight. First, our Malika Andrews joins us tonight on SportsCenter. She joins us live from Las Vegas. She was there. I just want to ask you what you saw and what you experienced.
Well, I am from California originally, so earthquakes are nothing that I am not used to. That being said, it took myself and a lot of folks, including the players, a couple of moments to realize that this was an earthquake. It wasn't just someone moving around. I talked to Frank Jackson after the game, and he was bringing the ball up the court when the earthquake started and when the Jumbotron began to sway. And he said he didn't even realize there was an earthquake. And there were some guys, Christian Wood told me, that didn't even realize there was an earthquake when they were ushering players off of the court. And so for a while, it seemed like perhaps they would be able to resume play, but league officials just decided that to be cautious, why not delay those games? And so eventually the players were escorted off the court and back into the locker room, and then they left and went on the bus. But a lot of players said that that was one of the craziest things they've ever experienced.
No question, I can understand that, Malika, and I guess Frank Jackson would be able to understand the notion that the Cox Pavilion, essentially next door to where you are at the Thomas and Mack Center, the Magic and Spurs were playing a game. It was momentarily delayed, and then the game ended up resuming. Obviously, that arena a little bit smaller, and it doesn't have that hanging Jumbotron that you're standing under at this particular juncture, so obviously different rules applying there. I want to ask you about one thing that happened during the game, highly anticipated debut of Zion Williamson at the MGM Resorts Summer League. We hear knee-to-knee contact, and anytime you hear that with a young player, a franchise-altering player, we always want to know a little bit more. Huge ice pack I saw on his knee when I was watching the broadcast. What's the latest on the knee-to-knee for Zion?
Yeah, so like you said, Ruben, Zion ended up playing just 9 minutes tonight because he did knock his left knee with another player. But I was told that this is a precaution. They are wanting to be overly safe with Zion Williamson. They are just trying to make sure it doesn't get any worse. I saw him walking out of the arena after the game, in a sandwich between 2 security guards. It looked like he had a little tiny hitch in his step, but I've been told this is not something that they're concerned about moving forward. It's not something they expect to linger. That being said, they will be reevaluating him and letting us know at a later date whether or not he will be available to play tomorrow. But when, fans started chanting, "We want Zion, bring back Zion," Alvin Gentry had told me earlier on in the day that he wants Zion too, but he wants Zion to be healthy in the regular season, and that takes precedent over anything that happens here.
There's no question about it. They do play tomorrow, scheduled to play again because this is Las Vegas in light of everything that's happened at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, as Malika said, against the Washington Wizards. We'll wait to see exactly what happens there and keep our eyes on the condition of Zion Williamson and the entire schedule for Saturday at the Summer League pending.
This isn't about a